Hey, what's good, y'all? How y'all doing it? How y'all doing it, man? Yesterday, yesterday was very disappointing. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, the Steelers played the 49ers, and we went out there and got cooked. We went out there and got cooked, you know. I told y'all, expect some turnovers. Expect some turnovers, man. I told y'all that preseason. This is why you don't believe the preseason hype. Not saying Kenny Pickett is going to be bad or not saying what he's going to be like what he was last year. I just think it was the 49ers defense. We couldn't do nothing. Like, we were bad on all three aspects. We were terrible on offense, didn't get no run game started. Najee had one good run. Jalen Warren ain't really had no good runs. You know, Kenny Pickett couldn't throw the ball. It was straps. Fred Warner was everywhere. Hufunga was everywhere. It was straps. Charjavius Ward had a pick. Deontay Johnson falling on the grass. We had injuries going out there. The defense played terrible. Couldn't stop Brandon Ayuk at all. Couldn't stop CMC at all. The only person who deserves any respect, in my opinion, is TJ Watt, and maybe a little bit of Alex Highsmith. Alex Highsmith played okay. TJ Watt is the only one who went out there and did TJ Watt things. Had 3 sacks, 2 of them with strip sacks. Didn't recover one, but he did recover the other one. He had a batted pass. He had tackles. It's TJ Watt. TJ Watt went out there and did TJ Watt things. You know what I'm saying? But it was terrible. It was terrible. And it sucks to say we did bad on all aspects. Offense, defense, special teams. Special teams was terrible. I don't know what Presley Harvin be out there doing, but his punts were bad. And a lot of the reason the 49ers were scoring because they had great field positioning. Now, one thing I will say, Anthony McFarland, he had a solid game return. He had like 3 solid returns. Could have broke off on any one of them, but, you know, it's football. It happens. You're not going to break off on every one. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Anthony McFarland, at least trying to help us get a little bit better field position. You know what I'm saying? Our only touchdown came off of a 95-yard drive right before the half. We drove down. George Pickens was getting the ball. Guys like Deontay was getting the ball. And then we finished off with Pat Freiermuth for the touchdown right before the half. I think at the half we were down what? I don't even know. I don't even know we were down. We was down a lot. I think it might have been 27-7 at that point. Or no, it was 20-7 at that point. And then coming out to have CMC ran in for a touchdown. It was bad. It was bad. Brandon Ayuk, man. Pat Pete talked all that. And at first I was like, okay, Pat Pete playing well. He had batted a pass down from George Kittle. He had batted a pass down from Jawan Jeffries. Pat Pete was all over. He was doing what he was supposed to do, and then Brandon Ayuk comes across the middle, gets a touchdown, and then it was a trend. It continued to be a trend. Brandon Ayuk was always open. He was always open. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was open, and he was just everywhere. He was everywhere, and then Brock Purdy, next thing you know, he's throwing a bomb up to the side of the end zone, and Pat Pete's the one getting mauled, and Brandon Ayuk's coming down with it for a touchdown. He had 2 touchdowns. I believe he had over 150 on us. Oh, man, it was bad. It was bad. And then CMC running all over us. No, CMC is the one who had over 150. I think Brandon Ayuk might have had like 130 and 2 touchdowns. It was bad. Brock Purdy looked comfortable. Something Kenny Pickett did not. Kenny Pickett did not have a good game at all. Like, I'm not going to lie. Yes, it is the 49ers defense, but some of that was Kenny Pickett. Like, it was like half and half. It was half of him getting killed, half of him not having time because the line was getting killed by guys like Drake Greenlaw, Drake Jackson, Fred Warner. Like, the line was getting murdered out there. And I understand it's the 49ers, but and it's week 1, but I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. You know what I'm saying? We seen a lot of Calvin Austin yesterday. We seen a lot of Allen Robinson yesterday. You know, 2 new additions on the Steelers offense. I will think they will be heavily involved. As for injuries, Cam Hayward got hurt with a groin. He tried to come back, but they ended up just sending him out. Deontay Johnson, his injury looked pretty bad, and he didn't return. He was holding his calf. I was fearing the way he was holding, the way he was in pain on the ground. I was fearing it might have been something more serious, but I don't know. We haven't got any news on it yet. I expect him to be out for like 2 to 3 weeks. So this might be the George Pickens, Pat Freiermuth show. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a little bit of Calvin Austin, Allen Robinson. For the most part, I did like what I seen. I like what I seen on the 95-yard drive, and I like what I seen, even though it was just garbage time minutes. Nobody's really trying anymore. I feel like the potential is there for this offense. Yes, we went up against the 49ers. Yes, Kenny Pickett has to play better. Yes, guys were frustrated. Kenny Pickett was frustrated. You could visibly tell. You could tell he was messing up. You know what I'm saying? You could tell that he knew he was messing up, and he felt terrible about it. You know what I'm saying? George Pickens, he was on the bench angry because he just felt like he wasn't getting the ball enough. I did see right before they cut to commercial, Allen Robinson was talking to Deontay Johnson. He looked mad. Like, obviously, the whole team's mad. The offense wasn't working. Najee Harris couldn't run. Jalen Warren couldn't run. We couldn't do anything. It's the 49ers. It's the 49ers, man. And they assert dominance. Every time they hop on the field, they assert dominance. So it was going to be hard for us to win that game regardless. But the way we went out there and lost, like I said, I wouldn't have been mad at a loss. But the way we went out there and lost was crazy. You know what I'm saying? And we got murdered out there. We ain't get now Sunday Night Football last night, the Giants losing 40-0. That's a bloodbath. That's a bloodbath. Ours was damn near a bloodbath. But we got killed out there, man. And the only person who had a good game, like who I can say had a great game, was TJ Watt. That's the only person I can say had a great game. And everybody else, we didn't see no cornerbacks. We didn't see Joey Porter make a play. I seen Pat Pete make a couple of plays, but at that point, it didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see Cam make a play. I seen Alex Heisman make a couple plays. I seen Elandon Roberts make a couple plays. That's pretty much it. The defense couldn't really tackle again. Line couldn't block. It seems like the same story, and I don't want to sit through this again. I don't want to sit through another mid-season of Steelers football. I want us to be what I know we can be. We have the defense to be dominant. The offense is potential. I've seen a lot of fans complaining over Matt Canada's scheme and all that. I don't really think that game was on Matt Canada. I wasn't even going to bring up Matt Canada because I don't think that game was on Matt Canada at all. It was just a combination of Kenny Pickett playing bad, and it was a combination of the 49ers having great defense. Kenny Pickett threw 2 picks yesterday. And yeah, man, bad loss. But we come back next week. I believe it's a primetime game against the Browns, man. And we need to bounce back. And the way the Browns are strapping the Bengals, the Browns beat the Bengals, 24-3 yesterday? Had Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins on lockdown? Joe Mixon on lockdown? That offense that everybody loves? Yeah. We better step it up. We better step it up because it looked like the Browns might be, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, the Browns going brown. But, hey, man. Hey, all I'm saying is we got to step it up, man. It was embarrassing. Especially that we were on TV, so everybody seen us get our ass kicked. It was embarrassing, but, hey, we just got to bounce back, do better, man. Hopefully next week, it'll be a better matchup for us. You know, AFC rival is what it is, man. That's pretty much all I got, dog. But make sure y'all like, share, subscribe if y'all new. I appreciate all the love, dog. The loss yesterday was so embarrassing. I'm still mad. Oh, my God.